Man, when was the last time you took yourself in for routine maintenance? Been that long? Man, it's a crying shame. Stay tuned, we're about to talk about it. All right, man, it's your boy Eric with Pryority Mail. As you know, today we're going to be talking about routine maintenance or routine health maintenance, as I like to call it. So, pose the question, when's the last time you've been in to see the doctor? Some of you can say, without a doubt, yeah, I went last year. And some of them, you don't know. You don't even recall the last time you've been to the doctor. So let's talk about that, man, because routine maintenance is the key to keeping yourself healthy and out of trouble and moving forward. Think about your car. This body is just like your car, but the thing with the car is you can buy spare parts, but you can't necessarily get them for this body. All right, let's dive right in. Genetics loads the gun and we pull the trigger. Think about it. You can't change what's in your gene pool. Well, science haven't gotten to that point yet. But genetics loads the gun. So if you know, Uncle Henry got so-and-so, baby sister got so-and-so, guess what? You part of that pool as well. You're an apple from that tree or a fruit from that tree. You're gonna likely have some of that as well. So you need to understand the genetic component that you can't do much about. So with that said, knowing what the genetic component is, knowing your family history is very important. It helps you kind of predict the future and be more proactive. So again, the purpose here with Pryority Mail is I want to bring awareness to just preventable health conditions. And even if you get one of the conditions we may talk about during the course of this series, you can live with it. You can manage it. It's not the end of the world. It's not a death sentence. However, because sometimes we ignore it, it does expedite that process of death and dying. So we're going to work on that. We're going to talk about a lot of things: early detection, prevention, being proactive. That's what we're going to talk about. So think about it, man. Most of y'all take better care of the car, the motorcycle, the truck, the RV, the four-wheeler, whatever wheeled motion you ride on. You take better care of that sometimes than you do this body. And what the old saying is, some men treat the car like one of the family. That's so true. So true, because we're gonna make sure that check engine light come on in that car. Guess what? I'm going out to the dealership as soon as they open bright and early tomorrow, and tomorrow's Sunday. I'll be sitting in the parking lot looking like a fool. But that's just how we are. That's how we are. All right, so I want to give you some current stats on men's health today. And it's straight from the American Academy of Family Practice Physicians. 48% of men do not regularly exercise. Think about that, 48%. Do not regularly exercise. Most exercise they get is getting up in the morning, putting on their clothes, going out the door. Maybe the walking they do at work, if they have a job where they walk, because they ain't sitting all the time. And then lifting forks and spoons all day, shoveling food in their mouth. And the only way they're getting some workout there, exercise there, is if those forks and spoons are 10-pound weights. Outside of that, they ain't even getting no weight there. 34.5% of men are obese, meaning they have a body mass index or BMI greater than 30. That's America. Matter of fact, that's not just America. That's this entire planet for the most part, outside of some of the countries that we know are struggling. I'm not going to start naming countries. But for the most part, for sure, if you're in America, you're obese just because of the way we live and the way we eat. 31.6% of men have had five or more alcoholic beverages in one sitting in the last year. Yeah, I think I got kind of close. I got close to myself on that one. Yeah, New Year's was nice. But anyway, Yeah, some of us do that on a regular. Now, if it's celebratory, birthday, anniversary, birth of a child, and sometimes even at funerals, we get loaded. I might can understand that, but if you're doing that every day, that's a problem. About 33% of men have hypertension or high blood pressure. Go figure. Men, we live a stressful lifestyle. We always not always on the go, but we're always trying to conquer the world. And it's just in our nature, sometimes in our genetics as well. So if 33% of men got high blood pressure, I wonder what the percentage of not even knowing about it and not even taking the medicine. I already talked about that in a previous live Facebook video. If you missed it, go to Priority Mail Facebook Live and check out that video where I talked about heart attack, stroke, and death. Because we've had a lot of high-profile celebrities here to die recently from high blood pressure related complications. So you just heard 33% of men have high blood pressure. And I would probably wager that a great percentage of them don't even know it. About 18% of men smoke on a regular. Maybe a pack a day or more. I have a celebratory cigar, but I can count those in a year's time. But some brothers smoke a cigar a day, a couple a day. Some of them smoke like a chimney. Some of them smoke like an old smoking car all day long as the engine running, they smoking. Vaping is another one. We need to talk about that. I'm gonna have a special segment just on vaping because I found that a lot of people think vaping is cleaner, it's better, it's safer. I don't know about that. Did a little bit more research and found out what some of those products are and that solution that you get in that little cartridge that looks so cool. You might think otherwise. About 12% of men under the age of 65 do not have health insurance. Now that is true. I think it's higher than that. I see that on a regular basis. And about 13% of men overall rate their health as poor. Some of them would say fair, but most would say poor. You know who you are. I ain't gonna call you out. But that's interesting, y'all. All right, so let's look at some of the statistics when it comes to what causes the death of men and our well-being. So leading causes of death for men, heart disease, go figure, cancer, and accidents because we do stupid-ish. Man, hey, I'm a man, so I can say it. Yeah, we do some stupid stuff all the time. We gotta change this, y'all. Mortality is about a number, so how many are dying? So for all ages, we have about a 1.3, I will almost round it up to 1.4 million deaths. And out of those, for every 100,000 population, about 886 men are going to die. So again, we had an overall 1.4 million to die of all ages. And then out of every 100,000 in the population, 868 are going to die from those three causes: heart disease, cancer, and it can probably be any cancer, and unintentional accidents, just doing stupid-ish. So who's going to the doctor? It obviously ain't us, because I already posed the question. When's the last time you went to the doctor? Most of you can't even answer that question. You got good health insurance, you don't even have to pay a copay for your annual physical, and you don't go. So again, I already know we're not going to the doctor. But the national survey found that women are 3 times more likely, which again, I said this earlier, they are 3 times more likely to go to the doctor than men are on a regular basis. A woman going to the doctor. Again, I told you, sit and listen to them talk. They talk about everything. And they share that. And it's amazing with that little sisterhood and those little casual conversations they have over a little mimosa or some wine or whatever it is they drinking. They go home and think about that and they be like, ooh, my girlfriend said so-and-so, child, I'm going to see the doctor tomorrow. They do it. We ain't doing that. We be sitting there, no Willie need to take his ass to the doctor. Man, Willie, that don't look right. You ain't even the doctor. Willie don't look right. Yeah, man, go home, soak it in some Epsom salt and you be all right. What? We do it all the time. So why don't men go to the doctor? We got to fear going to the doctor. Fear the unknown. Men don't like to lose control. We don't want to be considered weak, especially if you're the alpha dog in your clique. Oh man, I ain't going on doctor. Ain't no damn doctor. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm gonna go up here and get me some leave. I'm gonna get me some of this ginkgo, and I'm gonna take me a few of these red rooster tablets. I'm gonna be straight. I ain't going to no doctor. Slowly killing yourself, dying on the vine, don't even know it. And we just stubborn. That's the other thing. We stubborn. And I'm speaking for myself because, yeah, I'm a provider. But this knowledge is a little dangerous at times too, because you know some things, you be like, I don't know if I want to check that just yet. And that other voice be like, you better get your behind down and see that doctor. And I end up going. Because again, I'm trying to practice what I preach, so. And I posed a question a couple of days ago about the top 10 places men go more frequently than they go to the doctor. And I got a pretty good response from the group. And some of these you already know. We go to church more than we go to the doctor. Especially them CME Christians. And I ain't talking about no continuing medical education. I'm talking about them Christmas, Mother's Day, and Easter Christians. And Mother's Day is in a few days. So it's going to be crowded. They're going to be casket clean up in there and think they the stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know them. You already know who they are. They're going to walk the whole service. Put that one Baptist finger up and be all up and down the aisle. They're going to go to the bathroom so much, you're going to wonder if they have a urinary tract infection. When you sit your tail down, I'm trying to enjoy church. Anyway, nightclubs, bars, restaurants, we like to eat, we like to party, we like to drink, and men like to gather at some of the gentlemen ballets because some nice things going on in there. You know, we need to be more open-minded about them gentlemen ballets. Barbershop, for those that need to go. Obviously, I don't need to go. I can do this in the bathroom by myself with a little razor, call it a day. I don't even need to look. Just hit it and quit it. But I ain't mad at you guys that got hair. Go get it done. Get it taken care of, man. Get that line up. I miss mine. I used to have waves like the ocean. Boy, how time flies. Again, like that truck down there, my truck backed up. I'm going to be over there at the dealership. They got to get it right. This phone that I'm recording on right now, if it ain't working right, Verizon, here I come. If my wife want me to do something in the yard, or I get a little itch, I want to fix the fence or do something, you know, put a tree ring or something out in the yard, buy some mulch, get some fertilizer. Yeah, I go to Home Depot or Lowe's, one of the two. Gun range, yeah, I like guns. Yeah, so I'm down with that. We go to the range any day. I got some boys that'll do that right like now. All I gotta do is hit the text. Hey man, y'all at the range, they already there. I gotta get ready to get there. Pediatrician. Again, if you have young kids, you take your kids to the pediatrician more than you take yourself to the doctor. You ain't even thought about that. You taking them to get that sports fit, especially if Trey the next he the next star. Oh, Trey going to the doctor, and you gonna make sure that you will call in to work to get Trey to the doctor and make sure that sports physical is signed, player. You know what I'm saying? Because he got to play next year. We go to sporting events. Again, you name it, we pretty much going. The NBA playoffs are on now, so it's somebody sitting somewhere right now drinking, maybe you smoking a cigar, eating, and then watching the game. We do that. And for those that exercise, you go to the gym and other athletic clubs and parks and things of that nature. So those are the top 10 places. And again, when you think about healthcare maintenance, we don't go everywhere but the doctor. And that list is not exhaustive. There's probably some more places we go. I just haven't mentioned, but you know who they are. You know where they are. Feel free to send me some of your thoughts on that. So again, healthcare maintenance or maintenance, if like I like to call it. This is going to be a several part series. So this is the first leg of this series, and I wanted to kind of let you know what we're doing, kind of test the waters, put a little bit of information out there. And I'm trying to keep the videos kind of short. I don't want them too long, and I think this video may be longer than I'd like for it to be, but that's okay. I'm gonna try to shorten it up moving forward. But I like to talk, I like to share this information. So I hope you get that comes across in the video, the passion I have for doing this and enthusiasm I have for sharing this information with you. So, but what we're gonna do here is there's gonna be another series to come, so you need to stay tuned. You need to stay tuned for the next one, because this will be a continuation of this one. But I always like to end, and I want you to get this slogan, because this is the slogan for Priority Male. It's always easier to stay well than it is to get well. Hashtag Priority Male. Don't you forget it. All right, come on over to YouTube. Follow me, Priority Male. Comment, like, subscribe, share this with all your people. I'm going to be doing some stuff still on the gram and Facebook and Twitter, But if you want this type of content, you need to come to YouTube and get it, because you're gonna miss it if you just follow me on those other platforms. And it's on y'all. It's on y'all. I need your followers, because I want to get this word out, and I want to help save as many men as I possibly can. All right, y'all. Stay tuned for the next video. It's going to be a continuation of this one right here. Peace. Have a good evening.